知れよ来たるおドラゴンボン。ねえ、あれを見て。やがてソブンガルデに呼ばれるまで。厳しい冬だった。こんなに寒く長く続いたは。初めてかもしれない。 何？
Some people. Just don't know their path. My Dane.
What the guards?
What?
Welcome, welcome. Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself. Safe travels.
何が必要ですか？わかりました。
Another exhausted soul. Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself.
Some people just don't know.
Safe travels.
What?
Welcome. Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself. Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself. Safe. Travels. Another exhausted soul. Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself. Safe. Travels.
Never walk back on the road from
Malphas's blessings.
Wait a second. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
Malphas's blessings.
I think I know you. You work for the Order, don't you? Why are those wild mages up in the temple? Malthus, forgive my doubts. Why would the Grandmaster side with heretics? It just doesn't add up.
Oh, blazes. Where's this supposed to lead?
残しまなるものは滅び去る時ほらこれを見何かお困り？アズーラの祠について聞いたことある？噂ではダークエルフがモローウィンドから逃げた後に作ったそうよ。名所になってるわ。ウィンターホールドのあの魔術師たちはスカイリムにドラゴンが何匹いるか解明しようとしていたそうよ。ここから帝国を追い払おう。奪われた故郷を取り戻そう。 宝物なんていらない。父は土地を持っていて一族は裕福なの。求めているのは冒険だけ。スカイリムで女として暮らすのは確かに楽じゃないわ。お使いできて光栄ですわ。すごい。あら、何か必要なものでも？フルフリックにしよう。噂ではモンサルのファリオンが吸血鬼とかドラウグルとかあらゆるアンデッドを研究してたそうよ。ほらこれを見て。目新しい話でもないけど、最近はスカイリムのどの鍛冶屋もエオルンド・グレイメインに並ぶ腕だって証明したがってるようね。
And that's it. The Crystal Forest. Beautiful, isn't it? The temple should just be... Oh, it's an old legend. Apparently this temple has some kind of... Yep.
仲間は必要ないかしら。どう？想像してみて。二人の女、土ぼこりの舞う路上、行く先々の酒場には屈強な男たち、隠された金の財宝。それは同じものじゃないわ。
never walked back on the road from the aged man's abode. Oh, blazes. Sorry. I know. Don't make it so easy.
「可能な限り友人には喜んで手を貸すわ」分かってるわ。またぼんやりしていたの。私が言ったことは忘れない。
謙虚。
見届けよ来たるおドラゴンボン。
なる。
アズール、祠について聞いたことある？噂ではダークエルフがモローウィンドから逃げた後に作ったそうよ。名所になってるわ。人の死に方も想像以上にいろいろあるの。宝物なんていらない。父は土地を持っていて一族は裕福なの。求めているのは冒険だけ。 ての力と命をもってあなたを守ります。運がいいわね。私は寛大な性格だし、すぐに気を悪くしない方なの。血と鋼の石で敵を追い払おう。奪われた故郷を取り戻そう。何？いつか勇敢な英雄になるの。あなたを見てるとそれが待ちきれないわ。何？どうしていつも古い物語ばかりもてはやされるのかしら。新しい物語もたくさん作られているの。今だって分かってるわ。またぼんやりしていたの。ただ私が言ったことは忘れて。お目にかかれて光栄です。 近はそんなに多くないわね。戦争のせいよ。してるの？ここダメ。私は特別な人のために自分を大事に。そうですか。幸運を祈るわ。謙虚。信じよかるオドラゴンゴン。謙虚。我らは戦う命のアズーラの祠について聞いたことある？噂ではダークエルフがモローウィンドから逃げた後に作ったそうよ。名所になってるわ。 見てみましょう。あら、何か必要なものでも？それは同じものでないわ。何を大騒ぎしてる？何があるか見てみましょう。 これを見て。力になれることはあるかしら。もちろんよ。お話できてよかったわ。またお目にかかれて光栄です。血と鋼の石で敵を追い払おう。奪われた故郷を取り戻そう。ノルドに伝わる技術とともに。何？宝物なんていらない。父は土地を持っていて一族は裕福なの。求めているのは冒険だけ。何かお困り？お話できてよかったわ。あまり話そうとしてくる人なんていないから。 ンターホールドのあの魔術たちはスカイリムにドラゴンが何匹いるか解明しようとしていたそうよ。それがあなたなの？可能な限り友人には喜んで手を貸すわ。何がお望みなの？戦え！戦え！何を大騒ぎしてるの？ いいわよ。どんな曲がいい？いいわ。今回だけよ。お話できてよかったわ。あまり話そうとしてくる人なんていないから。何を大騒ぎしてる？何を大騒ぎしてる？
Now, come on. Don't make it so easy.
「それでもこの地は我らのもの」「今こそ取り戻せ夢と希望」
Well, well, that was quicker than show me. Maybe you've already heard the Andrelean legend about this place. It's said that this temple is alive, and that the entire forest is some kind of sensory organ of it. Heareth his whispers, sung from the trees, dreadeth his gaze, blah blah blah, you get the idea. Though most folk legends are superstitious nonsense, this one has a true core. The temple does indeed have a consciousness of some sort. That has, however, less to do with some suicidal lover's tragic fates, but with a Pyrean defense mechanism. The Stone Heart.
いつか勇敢な英雄になるの。
It works because the Pyreans found a way to conjoin something immaterial with a human soul. That doesn't need to be a building like it is here. It can also be a sword or an amulet. The bound ones, as those whose consciousness was transferred were called, suffered atrocious pain during the ritual, but when it worked, they practically achieved immortality.
Well, that's insulting.
It's a terrible fate, yes, but we all know that with the right religious blathering, humans can be convinced to do just about anything. However, don't get the wrong idea. These bindings were unusual. Not every Pyrean had a relative living in his frying pan, so to speak. Only a very few arcanists, mainly those of the Ishian caste, were able to perform them. In other words, bound places or objects were extremely rare. This temple is one of them. I doubt that it's resting, witnessing the downfall of one's own civilization, and since then being forced to hang around in an extinct world hardly has a positive effect on one's sanity. But we'll see. Go ahead, put the gem in the socket over there. Perfect. Then let's go and Keep your weapons ready. The undertrain will be the lowest level of the temple. At least if Lushishi's theories are true. Why what? What do you want to hear? A love song? You're a drunkard and a scrounger. But you do your work, you do it good. The day I put my faith in one of these God's lambs will be the day I dance naked through the upper city, singing hymns of praise to the Lightborn.
I'd like to see that.
乾杯をしよう若さと過去に不難の時は今終わりを告げる
Where it has been treated as
戦え こんなことになるなんて思ってもみなかったわ。矢を射るときは力の限り引いて最大の力を出すようにね。ここにいるわ。もちろんよ。幸運を祈るわ。こんなことになるなんて思ってもみなかったわ。 マズーラの祠について聞いたことある？噂ではダークエッグがモローウィンドから逃げた後に作ったそうよ。名所になってるわ。人の死に方も想像以上に。乾杯をしよう。わかったわ。でも私のこと忘れないでね。お話できてよかったわ。ほらこれを見て。最近はそんなに多くない。
A junction. Seems that we have to... wait a moment. There's something written here. Chuichara nem curesa nem cantila payara.
あらこんにちは。
Interesting.
Yes?
I'm translating.
ダメ。
Lashery could do a
私
better
は
job
特
with
別な
that.
人のために自分を
Age
大事
takes
に
its
する。
toll, I suppose,
心か
but
ら愛してくれる人のためにね。
I think that means something like the warrior, the wise man, and the dark one together wield the light. Ah, and look at the inscription above the
あら
doorways.
何か必要なものでも。
Chuijara, Hyoresa, Gandila. The warrior, the wise man, and the dark one.
Sounds to me that there's something we need at the end of each of these tunnels to go further. To the light, whatever that is.
注意を払うよ
Brilliant
うに努力す
deduction.
るわ。
That means we have to split up. Do you see the pressure plates in front of the doors? To me, it
Ara,
looks as if
何か
each of
必要
us
なものでも？
has to stand on one to open the gates. I should take the path of the wise
で
man.
も
What about you,
私のこ
Joseph?
と忘れないでね。
The warrior?
Good. That leaves you the path of the dark one. Off we go then. We'll meet again at the light. Come on, step on the pressure plates.
矢を射るときは力の限り引いて最大の力を出すようにね。
My door's open. Constantine?
Mine too. Then let's go.
There you are. I was starting to get worried.
いつか勇敢な英雄になるの。あなたを見てるとそれが待ちきれないわ。 どんな曲がいい？聞いた話ではエルスウェアはスカイとは全く違うらしいわ。熱帯林と埃だけの荒れ地だとかたまんないわね。女として暮らすのは確かに
Kenko. Naru. Kenko. Kenko. Naru. 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 Kenko. Naru. Kenko. Naru. Kenko. Naru.
あらこんにちは。
Naru. Naru. Kenko. Kenko.
There you are. I was starting to get worried. Where is Bushybeard, though? Have you seen him somewhere? A scream? But... wait. Do you hear that? That's his voice. He got here before we did, but he didn't wait. Why the heck would he do that? Not really, no. Come on, let's take a look.
Shijara, Nem, Lohem, Shiraz, gradually.
What the heck? Hello? Meister Firespark.
Den Shohen. Shijara, Nem, Jogen, Vetu, 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 Vetu. Shijara, Nem, Lohem, Shiraz. She showed me. She showed me. She showed me all. She... the temple. She let me look through the window of time. And I saw it. All of it. The high ones, the light, the burnt flesh everywhere. Yes, because of the light. It burns us from within. I saw them, men, women and children. They were ablaze like the sun. So bright and... oh, why did you show me? Why? No one should have to see something like that. No one. Yes, and they're with us here and now, everywhere and always. And no matter what we do, we can't hide. Do you understand? We can't.
Meister, you're not yourself. Just calm down and we can...
No, stay away from me. You don't understand. You can't understand. She's so sad. So sad and so full of wrath because we chose to close our eyes rather than see. Because we refuse to understand.
Understand what? You're not making any sense.
That it's us. We are sin. Don't you see? And there's only one way to end it.
What? No, no! Put that away! This is madness!
Madness! What we do is madness! This is the only way to break the cycle. One glance was enough to understand her suffering. To understand that there's no other solution than ultimate death. One day, you will understand that. You too, fleshless one. And now, we have to die. It won't change much, but maybe it will make her just a little happier. Forgive me. But why?
That was... What the heck? Why by the wise hermit would he do that? His eyes. I've never seen anything like that. You mean he was possessed? I don't know. I always thought the possessed have a red shimmer in their eyes when it gets bad. He didn't. And what was that talk about making her happy? Did he mean the temple? Aye. This doesn't get better. We'll need to tell the Order about it. Now, let's push on. At least we should find this train. We owe Firespark that much. Yeah, you're right. Come on, let's find a shovel. Or something like that. What now? Such chaos. You hear that? Waves.
噂ではモンサルのファリオンが吸血鬼とかドラウグルとかあらゆるアンデッドを研究してたそうよ。信じよ来たるおドラゴンボン。何？またお目にかかれて光栄です。
Where did we find Yarrow's wife? Yarrow's companion. Where did we find her coffin? Please, just do me a favor and answer. Just do it. Then it really is you. Good question. Best you take a look for yourself. I'll wait here.
いいわよ。どんな曲がいい？アズーラの祠について聞いたことある？噂ではダークエルフがモローウィンドから逃げた後に作ったそうよ。名所になってるわ。
So, any explanations? An illusion. Yes, of course. Created by this bloody temple. Or maybe even the High Ones. Yes, of course. That must be it. They're trying to confuse us. By the wise hermit, they'll do just about anything, won't they? This is just wrong. This is crazy. Ugh. Well, working with you is definitely an experience, to say the least. We should push on, find that stupid train. I just want to get out of this place as quickly as possible.
本当に礼儀をわきまえたかとね。それは同じものじゃないわ。あら、こんにちは。フルフリク万歳、我らが上級を、その名をたたえのみ歌おう。矢を射るときは力の限り引いて最大の力を出すようにね。知れよ来たるおドラゴンボン。 れを見て。
Bullseye. Seems like the water spared the train. It's beautiful in a way, don't you think? I bet every Arcanist would give his left hand just to get a look at it. And we're about to use it. Only thing left to do now is find out how. Seems to me that we first have to open this gate and reactivate the mechanism that powers this place. I'll take a look around. Try and find something that lets us open the gate. This is crazy. Just crazy.
モルドに伝わる秘術とともに。何をサーブしてる。
Naru! Kenko!何を大騒ぎしてるの。組み方がよろしければ。何を大騒ぎしてるの。 Kenko! Kenko!
ソーセージはあった。友人のために特製の朝食を作っているの。彼が分かってるわ。またぼんやりしていて。ただ、私が言ったことは忘れて。どこに行くの。あら、こんにちは。目新しい話でもないけど、最近はスカイリムのどの鍛冶屋もエオルンド・グレイメーンに並ぶ腕だって証明したがってるよね。いつか勇敢な英雄が馬に乗って迎えに来てくれるの。そう、いつか。お話できてよかったわ。
Go on inside and take a seat, okay? I'll see if I can get the train running somehow. It can't be too hard.
何か用？すぐ後ろにいますよ。ほら、これを見て。
Ta-da! Yes, I'm amazing. I know that. If being a merc doesn't work out in the long run, maybe I'll ask the Order to hire me as an expert on Pyrean railways. But no guarantee this thing won't drive us right into the next abyss. Anyway, I guess even with this thing, it should be a while till we arrive. Let's make ourselves comfortable. Sorry for the drama back there at the house. I guess I just didn't know what to make of the situation. No idea. And please, save the subtle accusations, okay? If I reacted somewhat inappropriately, I'm sorry. But hey, I'm not the one whose corpse is lying around in some old ruin. If the High Ones were planning to confuse us, they definitely succeeded. We really should tell the Grand Master about this. And about what happened to Constantine. Still, we can't allow this to get inside our heads too much. And at least it stays exciting. Two daring adventurers who have gotten themselves into something they don't even remotely understand are plundering ancient ruins in search of treasure. Don't laugh, but this reminds me a little of my past, of my childhood. Not the part including mysterious corpses. My sister and I, when we were young, we always used to go exploring in caves near our manor. Father always gave us a good scolding when he got wind of it, but of course that didn't keep us from doing it again. Right, because I never told you. Adila and I are not exactly close these days anyway. Probably because we lost our bond somehow, after our father died. Yes, he did. Together with my siblings. Actually, Adila and I are the only surviving Delverics. All the others were murdered. Well, now you know why. In a sad way, a part of me is actually glad everything happened the way it did back then. It made me into a man, and it showed me what kind of characteristics have a tendency to drastically shorten one's life. Stubbornness. My father was a judge in the tribunal, you know. He was a hard man, who at least, after our mother died while giving birth to Adila, lived for only one thing. His principles. Justice knows no compromise. That was his great creed. No matter who stood before him in court, my father treated them all the same. Damien Delveric, the epitome of justice. It does to most people. One day, the son of a highly regarded Archer Sublime stood before the 12 judges of the court. Valenzio Duran. He had murdered 2 whores, made them happy, as he called it, and it was obvious that he didn't feel so much as a hint of remorse. You know those kind of people, the ones who think that money and power entitle them to anything they want. Of course you can. 11 of the 12 judges voted for a verdict of not guilty, because they knew Valenzio's father was influential within the Relata. Only my father, of course, remained unshaken. 1 week later, our manor was robbed by 4 masked men who killed everyone. Servants, guards, my 2 younger brothers, all of them. Officially, they were bandits, who just happened to be running around with blades made of shadow steel. My sister and I only survived because we had snuck out for one of our expeditions. Ironic, isn't it? Of course. And what good did it do in the end? None. But you see, there's no point. There are decisions. First, in the end, stupid people will destroy all you've achieved with no more than a snap of their fingers. Fight for the moment. And the moment... No. But if he had wanted Valenzio to die so badly, there would have been other... But of course, none of that would have conformed. Adila and I were still young. But since then... But... As you wish. then maybe now would be a good time to get some rest. Sorry for the drop. I figure all of the... If the high ones were playing... Still. Don't laugh, but this reminds me a little of my past. Not the part. My father always gave us a good scolding when he got... Right. Yes, he did. Together with my siblings. Actually, Adila and I are the only... Well, now you know why. In a sad way, a part of me is actually glad... Stuff. My father was a judge. Justice knows no compromise. That was his great creed. No matter... Yes, an extreme... One day, the son of a... You know those kind of people. The ones who think that... Of course you... 1 week later... Officially, they... Ironic, isn't it? Of course. It was the only logical consequence of my father's actions. And what good did it do in the end? But you see, there are decisions... First of all, because no one will thank you. In the end, stupid people will destroy all you've achieved with no more than a snap of their fingers. Fight for the moment, and the moment only. Because unlike everything else, you can be certain of its truth. Do me a favor and read the Chronicles of Vin, then ask me again. Absolutely. If he had wanted to see this snob die so badly, there would have been other ways. Poison, an accident, a hired killer, just a hint of common sense. That's all he would have needed. But, of course, none of that would have conformed with his sacred principles. Adila and I were still young when all this happened. A friendly family took us in, and my sister joined the Order of the Apothecary in the Frostcliff Mountains. But since then, we haven't been able to speak to one another. She raised a wall of ice around herself, so to speak, and fled into old family books and memories. But, anyway, enough about me. You're an orphan too, aren't you? How come? You never told me about that. You told me that the Creator's temple in Ostian had something to do with it, but what exactly happened?
全ての力と命を持ってあなたを守ります。
I see. I've had my share of those kinds of dreams too. In the one I had, I was always walking down an alley. Harbor. There were figures dressed in rags and veils, cowering next to the walls. And even though I didn't want to, I had to pass by them. And when I did, they started to weep, and all at once tried to drag me over to them. I screamed and I fought. And eventually I came to realize that they all had my father's face. But anyway, enough of this gloomy talk for now. We should get some rest. We've still got a long ride ahead of us. I don't say this often, but I like working with you. You're okay. You really are. Good night. Rise and shine, fair lady. We have arrived. How'd you sleep?
ソーセージはあった？友人のために特製の朝食を作っているの。彼の好物なのよ。
I fell asleep too. But come on, let's take a look outside.
お使いできて光栄ですわ。 この土地の娘たちは男たちと同じくらい強くて忠実なのよ。わかってるわ。またぼんやりしていたの。ただ、私が言ったことは忘れて。
Seems someone has prepared a welcome for us.
Naru!
Huh?
Kitaru, kitaru wa Dragon Ball.
I'll be damned. This is Half Moon Island. I can't believe it. And I guess that camp over there belongs to Terranor Korek. I suggest we split up. That way we'll still have a chance if they catch one of us. Here, this is your plate. I'll try going in from the east. You should go in from the west. And don't get caught, or try to play the hero, alright? Considering that we're up against an entire army, that's a bad idea, even for someone with your abilities. Anywhere inside the camp. But of course an officer's tent, or maybe even Korek. We'll meet again here by sunrise.
すごい。横島なるもの。滅び去る時。
And if they refuse, then war. The gods have the world. You know, that would be the deaths of thousands of innocents.
すぐ後ろに。分かったわ。でも私のこと忘れないでね。付き合ってくれてありがとう。分かってるわ。またぼんやりしていたの。ただ私が言ったことは忘れて。血と鋼の石で敵を追い払おう。奪われた故郷を取り戻そう
Look at that. The urchin child who just won't stop struggling. Afraid? You amuse us, you know. How you refuse to give up. How you keep on fighting. Even though deep down you know your struggles.
何かお困り
But because no, so here's ask us whatever is on your mind, and we swear to answer truthfully. Or you can leave. It's up to you. That's up to you to decide. Come on, urchin. Ask or leave. In the end, you and your people will burn anyway. But sometimes, even the hope for deliverance alone has its merit. It's just what you think it is. A weapon that allows you to bring an end to all this. Fear, hate, joy. You assume we are thinking it. Yet, a true deity is more than a simple human able to throw fireballs, as your late Lightborn were. A true god is a state of being, and its existence alone forms reality according to its will. There were so many before you, and so many have found the weapon. Yet still we exist, and the cleansing is imminent. What does this tell you? Indeed, we are powerful, and we always will be. They want to destroy the beacon. Amusing, isn't it? They are doing our work for us. Yes, but they are naive. They believe that the cleansing is a good thing, and that we, the High Ones, have come to raise humanity to a higher stage. Evolution. That is what they call it. Just as the lizard became a dragon, and the bird became a man. Their leader, Taranar Korak, thinks he is one of the emissaries, just like you. No, and neither is the old Aronthio. Korak considers himself a savior, chosen to guide humanity to a glorious future. But he does not understand that he is a victim of his own pride. We have never appeared. You are the only figure of significance in this game, prophetess. Are you so blind? We are the envoys of determination, the constant of being, before which time itself bows down. The dream of one long dead, which is about to become reality, and that will lead you to your doom. We know what you want to hear now, that you are special, that you have always been. But this is not true. You have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the truth is, you make our task easier. Very well. Now shoot. Continue your ransom and forgive us.
何か私がついてますよ。
urchin child who just won't stop struggling. Humor, humor. You humans are masters of hiding your nervousness.
私がついてます
You amuse us, you know. How you refuse to give up. How you keep on fighting. Even though deep down you know your struggle is futile.
可能な限り友
But
人には
still,
喜んで手を貸す
because nothing is more... So here, ask us whatever is on your mind. That's up to you to decide. Come on. Very well. Now shoot. Continue your vain search. And forgive us for the pain. Now.
可能な限り友人には喜んで手を貸すわでも私のこと忘れないでね宝物なんていらない父は土地を持っていて一族は裕福なの求めているのは冒険だけ
Look at that. Humor, humor. You humans are...
仲間は必要ないかしらどう想像してみて二人の女土ぼこりの舞う路上行く先々の酒場には屈強な男たち隠されたお
Boys,
女だって
because
自分
not...
の時間が
So
欲しい
here,
の
ask us whatever is... As you wish. You have choice.
分かってるわまたぼんやりしていたのただ
My lord, she is awake.
Splendid. May I introduce you? To your left, there's Samael, my bodyguard, master of Austin's arena for decades. And to your right, there's Blade Master Alma Sordan, the most gifted sword fighter of Nerim's north and commander of my troops. Furthermore, there's an entire garrison of elite soldiers outside. So, can I trust you to not do anything stupid? I want to talk to you, face to face. Fair point. But you forgot to mention that this particular someone... By the way, we have captured your friend as well. Samael. Well then, I am Taranor of Korek's blood, former ruler of Kabiet, and now representative of the free peoples of Nerim, which you undoubtedly already knew. Who are you? I see. And who sent you? And why? Just as I suspected. And how exactly? Of course. We have taken the liberty of stripping you of your belongings. If you'll excuse me for a moment, please. A silver plate. I see. They were sent to spy on us.
Then let's kill them.
No. She was honest, and I am a man of my word. And actually, Actually, you have done us a favor. We can use the plates to present Aranthiel with our offer without putting ourselves in danger.
What? How? What are these plates?
Old artifacts of the Pyreans. Their magic works like a sort of ear conch. Sounds are transferred from one plate to the other. And I strongly suspect that at this very moment, Tealor Aranthiel and Arathzel's traitorous heirs are gathered around the counterpart, waiting for someone to activate this plate, aren't they? Samael, do you know how to use these plates? Excellent. Then activate it. I will talk to old Aranthiel. Let's hope that he will listen for once in his life. Otherwise, this will end in disaster. Tealor Aranthiel. I know that you are there and that you can hear me, so why don't we just stop playing games? As you wish, Grand Master. You can keep quiet, but you should be aware of who's going to pay for your arrogance.
Haven't you had enough war by now? After 2 decades?
2 decades of war that were necessary because your god suppressed the people. Or would you deny even this?
Is that why you wanted to talk to me, Quarek? To throw around accusations?
No, that's not what I wanted. We are talking because I want to give you a chance. We know that you are fighting the High Ones, and that you're trying to reconstruct the beacon in order to stop them.
Which makes perfect sense, since the cleansing means the end of all life. Don't you agree?
No, I don't. And if you even remotely understood who the High Ones actually are, and what they represent, you wouldn't either. They are evolution, the ascendance of humanity to a higher level.
What?
Let's just face the facts for a moment. There's no evidence that the cleansing, whatever shape it will take, will be violent. Yes, the Pyreans are gone, but how do we know they've not just simply gone to another place? That they've transformed? The High Ones are not our enemies, Aranthiel. They are the next step of evolution, the envoys of our purpose, that we might become more than the simple-minded creatures we've been during the past millennia. This is what the cleansing actually is. Don't you understand? It's the moment when humanity is relieved of its vices, united, reaching a higher level of existence.
That's absurd.
To you, it might sound that way, but I have seen it with my own eyes. Ever since the gods departed, the High Ones have sent me dreams in which I can see the future, and it's glorious. It's not our destiny to stay human, Aranthiel. With their help, we will be gods, true gods, not the idols you have worshipped. It's the truth, whether you accept it or not.
Either. People are dying, Quarek. There's war all over Vim. The dead are rising from their graves, and people are killing each other for no apparent reason. Whatever you have dreamed, does this look like some kind of ascension to you?
I know about the red madness, but has it ever occurred to you that it follows a pattern as well? That it only befalls certain people?
Whom?
People whose thinking is in shackles. People whose minds are not free, and who are superstitious and ignorant. Such as the people in your country, to whom you have denied the truth about their gods.
What? Are you saying that the red madness only affects religious people? People who still believe in the Lightborn?
Yes. Religiosity is a pattern of thought that favors irrationality over reason. Someone who thinks in these patterns is simply not ready for the advancement, and the red madness is simply a way to sieve them out. A natural selection, if you will. That's also why you are not affected by it, Aranthiel, because you know that what you and your order fought so hard to keep up over the years were lies.
This is nonsense. There have been cases of red madness in the Order too. And we have seen what the cleansing will bring us in the dreams and in their chronicles, and it has nothing to do with some kind of ascension. Just listen to yourself, Korek. You talk like a mad prophet. Is that what you want to be?
Ah, you react just as I expected. Very well, then. Will you at least hear our offer?
Speak.
The cleansing has to happen, and we, the free peoples of Nerim, will make sure that it does. We will not allow your backward thinking to keep humanity from advancing as it has done for centuries. Therefore, if you don't want a war, you will stop rebuilding the beacon, and you will tell your people the truth about their gods, so that then they, too, can ascend when the time has come. You've said it yourself, Aranthiel. This world has had enough war. Spare it yet another one.
I would if I could. But if these are your demands, then no.
Then we will have to force you. This means bloodshed, Aranthiel, and innocents will die. And all because...
This conversation is over.
Bloody fool. Alma, prepare the attack. He asked for it.
Yes, my lord. What will happen to the prisoners?
The spies. Right. We're at war now, and this means you're my enemies. But as I said, I am a man of my word, and so I'll leave your fate to chance. Samael, put her to sleep, and then put her and her friend on a raft. If they survive, so be it. If not, fair enough.
Well, look who's here. How are you doing, silly? Still on the search? Is that so? Honestly, I find that a little hard to believe. But I guess you know what you're doing, don't you? You always did. Come on, let's go inside. I prepared a little surprise. Or should I say a big one? I suppose that depends on how you look at it. Ta-da-da-da! Look who I dug out. It's Mother and little sister. Aren't they beautiful?
Aren't we beautiful? Aren't we beautiful?
But I suppose what we dead people do doesn't concern you now, does it, my child? Because you are important now. Ha! Can you believe it? She's important. She is chosen.
Chosen. Chosen.
But you know, I think you've forgotten something amidst all this ballyhoo of prophecies, cleansings, and beacons. That you are weak. You are pathetic. You are worthless. And you are weak. That's what you were back then. That's what you are now. And that's what you'll always be. Saving lives? You? Ridiculous. But then again, maybe we do you wrong. So why don't you just tell us? Why you? Why should you, of all people, be the solution to the problem? Why should you be able to prevent something? That's right. You don't know. Because you are a stupid, dirty brat. A murdering, stupid... See? You did it again. You made me unhappy. You made me curse. And cursing is a sin. Don't you understand? I'm only trying to help you to see. This is not you, don't you understand? You are not yourself. And deep down inside, you know it as much as I do.
You know it. You know it.
So, tell me, silly, why is it so hard for you to just let go? Your place is here, in the realm of the dead. So just let yourself fall. It only hurts in the beginning, you know? Then it's like falling asleep. Please, my child, we miss you so much. Little sister wants to play with you again.
Play with you. Play with
The
you.
two of us. We could go hunting again, like back in the old days. Find ourselves a nice deer, and then have a good, juicy piece of meat for dinner. Wait, do you even listen to me? Hey, you're not supposed to leave yet. You're already here. So why don't you just stay? Please, child, stay with us. 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 Stay with us.
Stay with me. Hey, can you hear me? Wake up. Bad dreams? Anyway, that raft Korek put us on was about as seaworthy as a paper ship. But thank the sun, that fisherwoman over there took us in. She's headed for Duneville, and we should arrive soon. Couple of hours. That spell Korek's mute buddy put on you must have been quite a doozy. They felt the blow to the back of the head would suffice for me. Guess I was the lucky one. Yeah. That guy should really go easier on the bottle, if you ask me. But it seems that the thousands who follow him see things differently. As if the High Ones alone weren't threat enough. Now they have a self-proclaimed messiah to back them up. That's just peachy. Well, as I heard it, he thinks the cleansing is evolution. We become higher beings. They're still superstitious, so the sickness weeds them out. Natural selection. And yeah, it sounds absurd. I guess people always see what they want to see. I'm afraid so. According to the fisherwoman, the first of Korak's battleships have already arrived near Doom. Enderall isn't ready for this. Not at all. Most guards haven't tried their weapons on anything other than training dummies. Or at the most, bandits. In other words, well, I guess first of all, we should be grateful we made it out alive. I bet that if Korak would have known your role in all this, we'd be as dead as Dorn. Once we arrive in Duneville, we should get back to Ark as soon as possible. I'm sure Arenthiel and the others have already written us off as dead. Well, I suppose, first of all, I'll go get my pay. Regardless of what transpired, we fulfilled our mission. War is an entirely different story. And ending up beaten to a pulp with a damned warhammer certainly isn't on my priority list. Maybe. The Order might be powerful here in Enderall, but compared to Narim's army, it's a joke. And maybe... On the other hand, if we don't manage to stop the cleansing from happening, it won't make a difference if I'm here or on Calais. Oh, my, what did I get myself into? I feel like a bloody marionette in a goddamn play. Ouch. Bad one. Can't say it isn't kind of cute, though. You know, there's one thing I just couldn't get out of my head since all this started. I mean, have we as a species really made this world? And even now that we have a common enemy, we fail spectacularly to pull together. That's pathetic somehow, isn't it? Just pathetic. Heck, I sound like the biggest cynic alive. Let's stop here before it gets any worse. Go talk to the fisherwoman. You're really curious, aren't you? But yes, there is something that troubles me, apart from the obvious. Well, I told you that we haven't talked much since a couple of moons before we met. I wanted to change that, and I went to see her at the League of the Apothecary in Froth. But she was gone, just like that. It's been troubling me for quite some time now. It's probably nothing, but still, I'm worried.
Soれがあなたなの？噂ではモンサルのファリオンが吸血鬼とかドライブルとかあらゆるアンデッドを研究してたそうよ。すぐ城にいますよ。いつか勇敢な英雄が馬に乗って迎えに来てくれるの。そういつかね。っていらない。父は土地を持っていて一族は裕福なの。求めているのは冒険だけ。目新しい話でもないけど、最近はスカイリムのどの鍛冶屋もエオルンド・グレイメインに並ぶ腕だって証明したがってるようね。最近はそんなに多くないわね。戦争のせいよ。黄金の騎士が迎えに来て、矢を射るときは力の限り引いて最大の力を出すようにね。
Ah, you're awake. How are you? Don't thank me. Your friend. He told me about the Naramis. War. I have trouble believing it. Oh, how very reassuring to hear that. But I guess we're well off in Duneville. As long as they don't break through the cavern gate, there's no way they can get inside the town. Of course, that doesn't apply to the plantations and mines. Oh, blazes. Such chaos. Those bloody Naramis. Nothing is sacred to them anymore, is it? For millennia there was peace between the lands of the civilized world. And now this. They're heretics, if you ask me. No more and no less. They should be hung from trees, all of them. Anyway, I guess it's best if you rest a little more. As I said, you look as though you need it. I'll wake you up when we arrive. Ah, you're awake. How are you? Your friend. He told me about... Oh, how... Of course, those... Anyway, I guess it's best if you rest a little.